So if the Sovereign and Maiden were originally boot-up programs for Lenegis, what about now?
Even with the Forbidden Zone in ruins and the Renis Alma stolen, Lenegis is functioning fine. If it needed us before, it doesn't appear to now.
First they lumber you with a position you never asked for, then you're discarded like you're nothing? Who the hell do they think they are?
More importantly, who do they think we are? We might not even factor into their list of concerns.
I just hope everyone on Lenegis is safe.
Worst comes to worst, Lenegis is equipped with a large number of starships that people can escape in. As long as the whole satellite doesn't suddenly explode or something, they should be fine.
Wait, explode?
In any case, if we're truly going to make a difference, it's on Rena we're needed, not Lenegis. The people there will be fine, I'm sure of it.
Right.
Do you have your answer for me?
We want to ask something first. You're asking us to fight an entire planet. How exactly do you expect us to do that? You must have something up your sleeve, or else you wouldn't put us up to it.
The great astral spirit is an immense being, but its actual will does not run throughout its entire body. Rather, its will is derived from the core, which supports the rest of the body, and is where its strength is most densely concentrated. Therefore, if you destroy the core, the Great Spirit shall become unable to maintain sentience and return to being ordinary astral energy.
And how are we supposed to destroy that core?
By using the Renis Alma. You will also need the assistance of both the Sovereign and the Maiden. They are our best tools for suppressing and controlling astral energy. Using their powers, the Maiden shall seal the great astral spirit within her body, and the Sovereign shall wield the power of the Renis Alma to destroy it.
Hold on. That sounds a lot like what Shion described before.
Yeah, killing herself to take out the thorns with her.
She was actually right all along.
By my calculations, your powers combined should be sufficient to destroy the great astral spirit and disperse its energy widely enough to make it difficult to reform.
What will happen to the Maiden once we manage to beat the great astral spirit?
Any matter contained within the field of destruction shall be erased.
So it really will kill me.
This method is the most simple one available to destroy the Great Spirit, and is therefore our most reliable option.
What are our other options?
There is little reason to consider alternative courses of action when the most optimal among them is so clear.
You don't get it. I promised Shion that she wouldn't die, that we'd save the world without needing to sacrifice her. We didn't fight this whole time just to give up on her at the very end. If there's any other way to take out the Great Spirit, I want to hear it.
This plan shall lead to the fewest losses in preserving your world. Abandoning it is irrational.
That's...
It is vital that you proceed with this plan. A part of Rena's great astral spirit already resides within her. 300 years ago, the Great Spirit descended upon Lenegis in an attempt to assume direct control of the spirit channeling ceremony. We have reason to believe the Great Spirit left part of itself behind, and that it now resides in the Maiden.
Which would make Alphen's earlier hypothesis correct.
That part inside the Maiden belongs to the core, and can be used by the great astral spirit to revive itself. So long as it remains, it will be all but impossible to fully eradicate the Great Spirit. That is why it is necessary for it to be vanquished only once it is whole. Without the Maiden's direct control over the Great Spirit, attacking it is futile, and will only serve to strengthen it.
No.
Wait. Naori said that the Renis Alma can suppress the self-realization of astral energy, and that the thorns can be neutralized by placing them in it. If so, can't the same also be done to the Great Spirit, seeing as the thorns are simply part of it?
Well, can it?
It is true that the Renis Alma is capable of what you suggest, and could contain the great astral spirit.
Yes!
However, doing so requires fine control on the level of the spirit channeling ceremony, considering that the Renis Alma was previously lost when that ceremony failed. I cannot allow it. Its uncertainty is simply too great.
What does that mean for us if you won't allow it?
Your starship will not be restored, and you will all be unable to leave here.
Why you?
Fine, then. I'd rather stay here and rot than do it your way.
Alphen?
Whatever we do, if we mess up, Dana's screwed. The Great Spirit will destroy it. If you're fine letting that happen, and we have nothing to gain either way, then I'd rather do nothing. We want to stop Dana from getting destroyed. We want to save it. But not if it means having to sacrifice one of us in the process. If all you're gonna do is sit back and watch us where it's safe, then quit ordering us around and shut up!
Alphen.
What you say is irrational. Be that as it may, I shall accede to your demand.
You'll agree?
I am an observer. The Sovereign, Maiden, and Renis Alma are my species' greatest achievement. I wish to see how well they work against the Great Spirit in light of our demise by its hands.
But what are we supposed to do about the Renis Alma? One of your buddies ran off with it back on Lenegis.
It is likely that the Renis Alma is with the Great Spirit, functioning as a catalyst for it to receive Dana's astral energy.
So our only option to retrieve it is to head straight for the Great Spirit and take it back?
According to my observations, the astral energy is most densely concentrated in the center of Rena, where the Great Spirit's core is located.
So right in the middle of that giant flower, then.
I have one more question. You've said that Rena's great astral spirit is already integrated with the planet. What will happen to Rena once it vanishes?
Without the will of the Great Spirit, Rena is predicted to collapse. Even in such a scenario, the energy will disperse, and the Great Spirit will likely not reform.
So you're saying that even if we manage to beat the Great Spirit without destroying it, we'll still be in danger?
Likely, the collapse will occur in stages. It is recommended that you all escape before the final stage.
Man, I wish that thing would tell it to us straight for once.
Hevrek 35 and the others have gotten used to hypothesizing from afar is all. Fix our starship. We're going to Rena.
Excellent.
But I want to make one thing clear. We're doing this for ourselves, to protect what matters to us. We're not doing it for your sake, or because you told us to. Remember that.
It matters little to me. The end result shall be the same. Repair work on your starship has commenced. You'll have to wait until it's finished.
Man, is it too much to ask for Hevrek 35 to talk like a normal person? I swear I can feel my brain starting to fry after listening to all that complicated stuff.
Don't worry. I think we're mostly done with him. Now all we have to do is rest up and wait. Is the Renis Alma really our only hope against the Great Spirit? There has to be another way, right?
Shion's Firemaster core was able to suppress astral energy to prevent it from gaining sentience, right? Couldn't we make use of that somehow?
I'm not sure. In small doses, maybe. But with the amount of energy we're talking about here...
Back in Calaglia, the Blazing Sword was able to take in a whole spirit vessel's worth of energy. If it has the capacity to manage that, it can do this, right?
Except after it absorbed the energy, it ended up releasing it all moments later, remember? Let's not forget, it nearly killed you. Besides, this is the Great Spirit we're talking about, not a paltry vessel. Even if I could use the Master Core, your body wouldn't be able to take the strain of channeling that much energy.
Hevrect 35 didn't mention it, and it did not seem the type to skimp on details, so assuming it's even possible, the chances are slim to none.
You're probably right.
Are you just going to keep standing around or what?
Sorry, I'm just getting prepped over here.
You still thinking about what the scientists told us? About where Renans really come from?
I am, but not for myself.
You're worried about the future of the Renan people.
The fact that our people have been the same this whole time will only give the Danans further reason to resent us.
But you still intend to confront this truth head-on, don't you?
Well, I did declare that I would live my life for the living, and not the dead. Even as I dream of retirement, I shall remain dedicated to the cause.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Now that I think about it, I don't believe I've ever heard you criticize or reproach us Renans even once.
I'm no saint. I have skeletons in my closet too. There was definitely a time when I hated Renans for who they were. I hated them just for being Renan. But you changed that, Dohalim. You gave me an opportunity to see them in a different light. Thanks to your reforms, we were able to stand next to Renans not as slaves, but as equals for the first time in our lives. Of course, I'm sure there were some Renans who still hated us on the inside. But we knew that not all of you were like that. There were those of you who were good, and that was a start. When it comes down to it, Renans are just people. They can be good or bad, just like Danans.
That is, in essence, the heart of your approach, isn't it? That we're all people.
Yeah, it is. When you can pull someone aside and talk to them one-on-one, then you have the chance to come to an understanding. But as soon as you stereotype, that chance goes away, and you stop thinking of them as people that you can relate to.
I understand what you're saying, but we're talking about massive numbers of Renans and Danans alike. Realistically speaking, surely they won't all be able to get along.
Even if we end up butting heads with one person, maybe we'll find better luck among their friends. If we can build a society that works like that, that'll be something worth nurturing and protecting.
So you wish for people to form real bonds and do away with the hierarchy outright? To deal with one another as humans, and nothing more? That's the ideal future you hope to see when this is all over?
Yes, I do. I think it would make for a fine tribute to my brother's legacy. Though, that said, I would be doing it for the people of the future first and foremost. Do you still plan to return to Lenegis when this is over?
Indeed I do. I don't know whether I'll be able to reside in Lenegis proper, however. My first order of business may be to find somewhere to live.
You'll always have a home in Menancia, you know.
As I shall ever keep in mind.
Well, if you ever need a helping hand, don't hesitate to come get me. I'll always be there for you, Doe.
Did you just... Never mind. Thank you, Kisara. I appreciate your patience as I work all this out.
Don't even mention it. And really, when you think about it, Now that we know the two of us aren't so different after all, don't you think that brings down a barrier that used to be between us?
You know, I hadn't actually thought of it that way before. But I do like the sound of it.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Hey, why'd you call me here? Was there something you wanted to talk about?
Well, if everything we've heard about the Great Spirit is true, then we're getting close to our final battle. So I wanted to apologize while I can.
Apologize? For what?
I was being real stupid before, about whether Dana's will had been controlling us and all that. I get why you're angry now. Anybody would be if something they trusted was being questioned. So, I'm sorry, Rinwell. Really. I should have kept my mouth shut.
No, Law. Honestly, I think you might have been onto something. Of course you were worried. Who wouldn't be if they found out there might be some invisible force pulling our strings this whole time?
But you really trust Dana's will, don't you? Is it because you can sense it a lot more than the rest of us? Because you can understand it?
Yeah, I think that might be part of it. But I think I also want to believe it's good.
Believe?
Remember how I used to really resent coming from a family of mages?
Yeah, of course. Because you were always on the run and had to live in hiding.
When we rescued Zephyr and I finally decided to come along with you all, something changed inside me. It was the first time I felt like my powers had any meaning, even if that meaning was only helping you guys fight. Then, when I felt Dana's will, I was overwhelmed by how vast and warm it was. It made me want to believe my powers were made to connect with it. It made me believe I had a bigger purpose.
So that's why you hope it doesn't turn out to be bad. You almost need it to be kind.
Yeah.
Well, alright. Then I promise I'll lay off bad-mouthing it.
You will?
There's no way for me to know for sure one way or the other, right? But you trust it, Rinwell, and that's enough for me. So I'll trust it because you do.
Remember what I said about neither planet's great spirit reaching us here?
Yeah?
That's not quite true. I can feel just a little bit of Rena's inside you and everyone else.
You... what?
I sensed it when we first got here. It's a really small amount, so it doesn't feel like it has a will of its own. But I think that's how Dana's energy probably is too.
So you're saying there's a little bit of Dana's will inside each of us? In a way, doesn't that mean we're all Dana's will?
What?
Well, like you said, unless Dana's energy comes together, it has no will. So if we all have a little bit of Dana's astral energy inside us...
Yeah, maybe...
Hefric 35 might know the answer. But, you know what? I don't need to ask it. My will is my own. I fight for who I want to fight for. That's who I am now. Who I've become. So thanks, Rinwell, for sharing that with me.
Ah.
To be honest, the only reason I was suspicious of Dana's will, well, I mean, it mostly was... I feel like you and I had grown apart lately, and I was worried it was because...
Huh?
Never mind. Nothing. Just forget about it.
Huh? No, what were you saying?
Saying? I don't remember
Come
saying
on.
anything.
Now you won't tell me what you were
No,
thinking?
that's not what I'm saying.
Then spit it out already.
You sure you don't want to get some rest?
I can't. I've got too much on my mind. Especially knowing how close our last battle is. How are you doing, Xion?
Same as you, still trying to absorb everything.
Remember when it was so simple? We were only fighting all the lords on Dana? All of that feels like a lifetime ago, doesn't it?
Ages and ages ago. Everything that's happened since we first met. So many fights, so much chaos, so many wonderful people.
If I hadn't run into you that day, well, I wouldn't have met all of you. I never would have held the blazing sword or looked for something more. I wouldn't have my memories back. I'd still be a faceless slave, like as not long dead.
Hey, Alphen. I want you to promise me something.
Yeah?
If we can't find the Renis Alma, there's something I want you to do. Like Hevrecht 35 said, the only way we can end the Great Spirit for good is to go after both the main body in Rena and the thorns in me. I need you to promise me, Alphen, that if for some reason we can't get the Renis Alma back, you'll use the blazing sword to destroy the Great Spirit, and me along with it.
Huh?
It's true the blazing sword may not have the strength of the Renis Alma. But it's taken us this far. It's slain lords and beasts. At the very least, it has to be worth a try.
You can't be serious. Have you forgotten everything that
Listen,
we've...
the Great Spirit isn't just our problem. It's a threat to our entire world. Renans and Danans alike. We don't know what's going to happen when we face it, but we need to be prepared for anything. We can't second-guess ourselves when the time comes. I promise you, I'm not planning on going anywhere. I'm prepared to fight with absolutely everything I've got. But if it comes down to it, I need you to be prepared too.
Okay. But you should know that I'm not going to give up on you, Xion. I'm going to fight this until the very end. I hope you can forgive me for that.
Alphen. Okay, I understand. And I'll forgive you.
Thank you, Xion.
So it's a promise then?
Yeah, it's a promise.
I remember how I felt the first time you touched me. My thorns made any contact a mistake no one would ever make twice. After they'd seen what could happen, fear would always linger behind their eyes. In my entire life, I never had someone willingly reach out to me. But when you reached out to me and gently took my hand, you didn't react at all. It was so easy for you. I don't have words for the shock I felt in that moment.
That's because I couldn't feel pain back then.
Even once you could, though, you still chose to keep reaching out to me. And when you did, I felt this warmth that I had never known before. But still, I hate having to see you suffer through it every time you do.
You won't have to worry about that for much longer.
You think so?
I do, because Shion,
No. You can tell me once my thorns are gone. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Everybody get enough rest? We ready for this?
Yeah, we should probably get moving.
Agreed. Can't stand around waiting all day.
Our task is relatively straightforward. We need only descend down to Rena, defeat the Great Spirit, and restore stability to both worlds.
We're fighting for a new future for both Dana and Rena.
Right. We've come this far. We will save our worlds. That's a promise.
Then let's go, everybody. We've got one last wall to tear down.
Repairs on your starship are complete. Everything is in working order.
Is that you, Hevrek 35? You can see us from where you are?
I can. I can see anywhere within the bounds of Dake Faisal.
Sounds like someone's a peeping Tom.
Maybe we should give Hevrect 35 a break. It has been stuck in this tiny facility for a very, very long time.
I have unlocked all functions on your starship. You can now make use of its warp drive.
Warp drive? Wait, you mean like what the Red Women used on us? What brought us here?
It's possible that the Red Women may have found a way to activate it on the starship. They are Helganquil, after all.
Using the warp drive, you should be able to breach Rena's atmosphere without being detected.
Wait, should?
You'll need to be careful. Due to the force field surrounding Rena, the ship will be unable to go any further than the surface of the planet.
So, once we reach the shell, it appears we'll have to infiltrate the core by foot. Understood.
We gotta go all the way down just walking?
Will all the Helganquil go back to normal once we defeat the Great Spirit? I have a strange feeling we're going to have to fight them before this is all over.
The extinction of my people is inevitable at this stage. As such, it would be illogical to risk the success of the mission in a vain attempt to save my kind.
We understand.
Can't that thing lighten up a bit? Everything it says seems to be about what's illogical.
Well, come on, Doe.
Hold up, did you just...
You heard the lady. Get going.
I have one last question.
What?
As Sovereign, your identification number indicates that you are well past your predicted life expectancy. Similarly, the Maiden lacks any identification number, as her function should have been rendered unnecessary. Despite this, the two of you continue to exist. Why?
We exist because others have entrusted this to us. Over the years, many people have come together and sworn to see this through to the end.
You mean it is because of multiple chance interactions? The likelihood of such events is statistically improbable. Why have you two continued to persist under these conditions?
It's hard to explain. To be honest, I don't think it's something an observer could understand. All right, time to get back on the Fall Knights.
It would appear that our Helganquil host really has fulfilled its end of the bargain.
You know what that means. Time to go to Rena.
I guess this means we should give that warp drive a spin.
There's nothing here. This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere. Is this really where the Helganquil come from?
I don't sense even a trace of astral energy. This world is dead.
Then this must be the hollowing.
You mean to tell me this whole world, the entire ocean is that stuff?
And it's covering everything. The entire planet.
This is what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dana.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Back in its day, Rena was probably just as vibrant as Dana is. But after being robbed of its astral energy for so long, those days are gone and past. This is all that will remain.
So the Great Spirit took everything. It stole energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea, everything.
And it bound the Helganquil in servitude until their whole world was nothing but this. And by the looks of it, that's how it remains to this day. A world of death and emptiness.
With nothing left here to consume, the Great Spirit turned its sights on Dana, looking for another host.
You're saying if we don't stop it, this is what Dana's going to look like?
We can be sure that even these few remaining remnants of Renan life will not be spared in the end.
If the oblivion and darkness both Shion and Naori saw comes to pass, nothing will survive. It looks like we can climb down from there. Let's take a look.
So this is Rena. This is where everything began. Yet it's a dead world?
I won't let Dana suffer the same fate. Ever.
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see. What do you think would happen if we fell in?
What do you mean, what would happen? You'd drown, wouldn't you?
Come to think of it, I don't believe I've heard of someone ever trying. Perhaps you'd like the glory of being the first?
Nah, I'll pass.
This is essentially a world-sized Renan graveyard. Are you proposing to disturb the dead slumber just to satisfy your curiosity, Law?
No, because I said I passed.
Taking an interest is understandable, but let's not forget where we are. This place deserves our respect.
Looks like we're not going to be hearing the end of this one for a while.
You'd think I was already snorkeling in it or something. So the idea is to seal the Great Spirit inside the Renis Alma using the Sovereign and Maiden's power. But just how do we do that exactly?
I'm guessing it won't be as easy as holding a spirit channeling ceremony at our leisure.
I already had wielded astral energy once 3 centuries ago. As for suppressing her thorns, Shion's had a lifetime's experience. The problem isn't just our enemy's strength. It's that it's sentient, too. And you can bet anything you like it's not going to just sit back and let us destroy it.
In other words, we need to find some way to weaken it in advance. The Great Spirit, that is.
Back when Shion's thorns flew out of control, we were able to deal with them directly. If this is their host, they should be even more corporeal here.
If that's the case, it should make them easier to attack at least. And if we can manage to divert enough energy away from the spirit's core, even temporarily,
We might just be able to weaken it enough to steal the Renis Alma, which we can then use to seal it away forever. It won't be easy, but it's our only shot. Time to buckle up. Question for you. Let's say, knock on wood, everything turns out for the best.
What'll the world be like? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this, do you really think everything will be that different?
A lot will have to change, that's for sure. The world will have to adjust to so much. My only worry is if those changes turn out to be merely skin deep.
what do you mean?
It's well and good putting an end to Renin rule. But if it just turns the tables, it's all for naught.
That's true. Just as bad if the Danans started pressing their own.
Renins, Danans, astral art users, mages. The world is full of labels used to divide and separate people.
If only we could see differences like that for what they are. No different to someone having a musical talent or being good with their hands. Not differences so much as characteristics.
It will take someone in power to set an example. But with time, people will follow. And then, perhaps one day,
There will no longer be any need for the example. It will have become second nature.
That's where we come in. We can set the example. Imagine it. A world where magic and astral arts are used to help people. Where that's the norm rather than the exception.
Yeah, you're right, Rinwell. Why wait for somebody else? We can show them ourselves.
Looks like we've warped into that pit of astral energy.
I wonder what Helganquil civilization was like at its zenith.
I can imagine that'd be something you'd take an interest in.
There's no question it must have been advanced, like none either world has ever seen. We could surely stand to learn a thing or two from such a people.
I get that you're itching to delve into its history, but we've got bigger fish to fry right now.
Put a pin in it, and you can do all the research you want when you retire.
I can think of worse things than a retirement dedicated to research. As for whether Rena is amenable to an aging specimen,
It's a little early to be giving it serious thought just yet.
a man can dream, though. A man can dream.
Oh, we didn't say there's anything wrong with dreaming.
In your case, Dohalim, dreams have a habit of spiraling into something else.
You'll need to stay with us for now, though. You're too helpful to let retire.
Why do I feel this is less of a compliment and more of an ultimatum?
Just a friendly suggestion.
Hey! Hey, I just realized something!
Is this about dinner last night? I didn't realize those ingredients were off.
What? No! I mean, wait, you fed us rotten food?
Rinwell, the point.
Oh, yeah, right. So I was thinking about those armored soldiers we've seen. There are regular Renins inside them, right?
Yeah, they're designed to make whoever's wearing them stronger. At least, I think that's the idea.
Right. So it kind of begs the question then, why are they made so huge?
I don't know, makes them more intimidating, I guess? Or maybe all that tech wizardry inside takes up a lot of space.
You don't think it's weird how the armored soldiers are the exact same height as the Helganquil?
Can't say I'd ever noticed it till now. And?
Connect the dots, Law!
Okay, let me get this straight. You think the armored suits might have originally been designed to allow Renans to work alongside the Helganquil?
Huh. But if that's true, what would that mean?
It would mean... just that, I guess. But still, don't you think it's kind of interesting?
Not hugely. Hey, Kisara, well, I've got you. What's on tonight's menu? Because I was thinking maybe meat.
Get him, Hoodle.
What did I do?
Oh, now you want to listen. Keep pecking, Hoodle.
Ow, ow, ow! Seriously, what the hell? You know, guys, when you think about it, we've taken out a lot of Zeugles. Like, a whole lot.
You can say that again. If one thing's for certain in this world, it's that wherever we go, we'll always end up bumping into them.
Isn't it weird that they're still so plentiful? You don't think the Renans have, like, a ranch where they breed them, do you?
Certainly in all of my years, I've never heard of them constructing such a massive facility on Dana, let alone up in Lenegus.
The only thing I can think of, then, is that the feral ones must be reproducing on their own.
There's also no organized effort on our part to hunt them down, so it's difficult to fully exterminate them.
Exterminate them? Whoa, don't you think that's maybe a little harsh?
What do you mean?
Zeugles originally used to be living creatures native to Dana and Rena, right? Being genetically modified isn't their fault.
You're right. Zeugles were only created because of us Renans. We altered the original creatures to suit our own ends.
First, people made Zeugles, and then we let them go. And now we're trying to kill them because they're a threat. They really have only seen the very worst, huh?
I hope we find a way to be able to live side by side with them one day.
It's a nice thought, but they attack towns and cities. What else are we supposed to do?
Aside from the strays that have gone wild, it's worth remembering that Renans are able to keep them somewhat under control.
If we had distinct territories that didn't overlap, that might reduce the danger they pose.
Well, I guess when you look at it that way, maybe people and Zeugles aren't so different after all.
Helganquil!
Guess they don't need their Red Woman disguises anymore.
Wait, can you understand us?
It's no use. We're not going to get through to them.
So they really are being controlled. In that case, we've got no choice.
I knew there was something off here!
They're not pulling punches. We have no choice but to beat them at their own game.
Armor won't save you!
Mega Ray!
A wall shield humanity. Take this! Dragon form! In a bind!
Fury!
Now I can let loose! Burn!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Tempest! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes, a merry distraction.
There's still more to go.
Eternal Devastation!
Dragon Form! Here!
Resonate with the
Here!
Stalagmite!
You're mine! Eternal Devastation!
Air pressure!
Crush!
Hold on to your arm. Here I come.
Take this!
Ready!
Eternal Devastation!
Here goes. Hear me. More with that
Dragon Form!
Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang!
Lunar Gradient! Seven-Eye
Dragon Form!
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you! Tidal Wave! Leave enemies astral energy!
Say no more! Ignite!
Lunar Gradient! Back in the here!
Dragon Form!
Maybe this one!
In a bind!
Into the shadows! Shiny!
I'm ready! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Alphen.
I can't forgive them for what they've done, but I hate killing them. They don't even know why they're fighting. How does that even make them any different from the Danon slaves?
Perhaps. However, if we don't make a choice, the guilt of not doing anything will be that much worse.
Yeah, I know. I hate for it to be like this. But if it happens again, you won't find me hesitating to act.
I wonder if we're going to get attacked again.
If we lose heart now, this whole mission is over. We have to stay the course.
I thought there'd be more dirt and rocks and stuff underneath the hollowed ocean, but it's all artificial.
I would imagine they're remnants left behind by the Helganquil, seeing as there's little actual land remaining.
It's incredible. Do you think it stretches all the way down to the center of the planet?
Hey, these guys built Lenegis, remember? They probably did this in a weekend.
If they had the power to create things like this, did they really only use those immense capabilities to serve the Great Spirit? Or rather, was that the only use the Great Spirit let them use their capabilities for? We haven't seen anyone here except Helganquil. Looks like this place really is their home planet.
The true citizens of Rena. What a shame that they have become nothing more than puppets to the Great Spirit. To think of the promise their accomplishments once held. They had the potential to be great indeed.
Do you think we could have got along with them? You know, if we had met under different circumstances. Like
all of us, you mean? I suppose it's difficult to say for sure. We don't even know if they would see us as being on an equal level with them or not.
I think we may have had the chance once, before the Renan Great Spirit came along and changed everything.
You and Alphen both share an optimism. A strong willingness to believe in hope.
Do you think that's foolish?
On the contrary, I should like to take a leaf from your book myself. In tragedy's aftermath, hope is all we have.
Just look at the size of that thing. The Helganquil's technology certainly is impressive. And they don't seem to do things by halves either. In the past 300 years. Oh, even before that. Just how many people, Renan or Danon, do you think have ever seen this?
Regarding the past 3 centuries at least, I'd say there's a good chance that we're the first. Also, while I get that it's impressive and all, I'm just amazed you're still standing around gawping at it at a time like this. Sometimes I wonder about your priorities.
I can understand where he's coming from. More to the point, does anyone know where it leads?
What do you mean where it leads? To the center of the planet, of course.
And that doesn't strike you as sounding just a little bit, oh, I don't know, far? There has to be a quicker way to get there, right?
Yeah. With all this technology at their fingertips, it seems pretty unlikely that they'd make that kind of journey on foot. There must be some kind of device somewhere. Let's see if we can figure out how to use it.
Borrow one of their contraptions? You're either brave or out of your mind.
If it works for them, there's no reason it wouldn't for us. Why make things harder for ourselves?
You know what he's like, Law. Once he gets an idea in his head, there's no talking him out of it. This won't be easy.
Don't be such a pessimist.
Okay, here I go. Eternal devastation!
Lunar corruption! These ones can run rings around us.
Dragon form! Thanks. You're mine!
Purge Maleficent! Our skills wonderful!
It's over!
Freeze Lancer! Dance in the wind!
Resonate with the earth! Shattering lightning! Attack time!
Dance in the wind!
Dragon form!
Art expert coming through!
Victory is within reach. Prepare to be sealed.
Actually,
That sounds more appropriate.
less talking, more doing. I never miss!
Dragon form!
Catapult!
Eternal devastation!
No further.
Mega Ray! There you go!
Dragon
Double
form!
hop! Do it!
In an instant! Instant! Impact block!
Whew. Thank goodness we won. I wonder how the Renans avoided being mind-controlled like the Helganquil. Do you think it might have something to do with the fact that they were originally Danans?
I'd say it's likely, which is pretty ironic when you think about it.
Ironic?
The Renans have committed grave injustices against the Danans. But it was all of their own volition, not because they were being controlled. Now, it turns out they themselves were once Danans too.
Which must mean that the root of their evil isn't the Great Spirit, but something inherent in all of us. Our free will.
Now hang on, though. It was that same free will that allowed Xion and Dohalim to choose to fight alongside us. Without it, we wouldn't have been able to beat hatred and forge all those connections we've made. Free will is what saved us, right?
Law's entirely right. In any case, it certainly can't hurt to look on the bright side every now and then.
Yeah. Where there's hope, there's a way.
What'd he say?
He said, without a doubt.
Is this a dead end?
It appears this whole room functions as an elevator. That apparatus there is likely what's used to control it.
What the? Where did they come from?
Less worry, more action. Concentrate.
Dragon Force!
I'm also good with airborne attacks.
I'll smash you!
We got flyers!
I've got this.
You
Let
picked
a
the wrong
marksman
fight!
handle it.
Damn it! It's all yours!
Dragon
Form!
I'm ready!
Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action! A merry distraction.
There's still more to go.
Dragon Form!
Rending you apart!
Do it! Trigger!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
More Sukkos?
Keep calm and take them down.
I'm ready!
Get toasty!
Burn Strike!
Raging, more incoming!
Can you take it?
Reload! Get to the wind! Air thrust!
Can't get out of this!
In here!
You picked the
Here
wrong
you
fight!
go! Don't mind if I do! I'm ready! This one's mine!
I owe you one. Dragon
More with that
Anything in armor is all mine!
Do it, Free-Blow!
Frozen.
Hammer! Reinforce lightning conduct!
Dragon Form!
Illuminate the dark.
Come on!
Holy glimmer.
Dragon Form!
Deity!
Victory is within it.
No escape! Here I come! Eternal devastation! Dragon Form!
Nothing gets by me!
One more time. Now, astral energy.
Say no more! Got it!
Well done.
Ignite!
Take that.
Yours are not the skills of just any warrior.
Save your compliments. We have to move.
There's an end, Tower.
Dragon Form!
Take this!
Eternal devastation!
No further!
The flame
Do
is
it!
rising!
Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
More?
Lightning
Dragon
ready!
Form! Burn!
Into the shadows.
I can carve through armor!
Freeze Lancer. Hand the key.
Dragon Form!
Now, Xion, get toasty!
Burn Strike!
More? Dragon Form!
Tempest Whirl.
Here,
Take it!
Eat dirt!
Demon Blast!
Lightning conduct.
Dragon Ray!
Where are you going?
I'm ready!
Frozen.
Hammer!
More?
Searing Flame. Lightning Lord. Raging.
All yours, Kisara!
Lightning attack!
As impressive as always.
Here I hate that wasn't cool.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Xion actually look flustered.
It's over! Take this! It's over!
In a bind?
Dragon Swarm!
In here! Mega Ray! Let's get you all cut off!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Elusive deity, ready and ready! I can carve through armor!
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alvin!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you!
Bloody howling!
One more time! That'll bring you down! Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Elusive deity!
Eternal devastation!
Blaze of fear!
Dragon Swarm!
Now! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
All disaster
Can you take it?
This one's all mine! You're mine!
Everlasting
Burn it out!
In a bind?
Dragon Swarm!
Healing circle!
Eternal
Do it!
devastation!
Kisara! Frozen!
Hammer!
My exploits are bearing fruit. Even in such a harsh environment as this, there are still creatures here?
You think they're native to Rena? Or could they be Zoogles somehow?
Whatever they are, they're dangerous. Watch yourselves around them. You think that pit stretches all the way to Rena's core?
If that's true, and if we go down, we should...
I've got a really bad feeling about this!
Dragon Swarm!
Okay. Shattering of pieces! Attack time!
Insects should stay on the
calm.
ground.
I shall provide assistance.
We've got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman
Dragon
handle it!
Swarm!
Waterfall!
All yours! You're mine!
In here! Get on in!
Dragon Swarm!
Here goes!
Execution!
Let's go! Here's the
Rending you apart! Bloody howling!
Here's the evil! Ready to go! Seal!
Dragon Swarm!
Free Blazer! I'll be saving this one!
You're mine!
Resonate with the
Do it!
Crush!
Stalagmite!
Holy
You're
Red
On
Portal!
your knees!
I can do this all day!
Eternal devastation! Dragon Swarm!
Annihilate!
In a bind?
Get on in there with the others! Hit!
Here I come!
Alright,
Come
let's
on,
go!
side!
Here I
See
come!
what I can do!
Not in your dreams!
Not much longer to go.
What would I
Come
do
on,
without you?
one final push!
Let's do
Ignite!
this together, Alvin.
Do it! Johalim!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around!
Certainly not.
Dragon Swarm!
Elusive deity!
Dragon Swarm!
Morbius Allies! Back into the
You're mine!
Captain Swirl! Annihilation! Where are you going? I've prisoned you all!
Dragon
Now!
Swarm!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! Radiant
Thank you.
Elusive deity!
Dragon
I'll
Swarm!
face you.
Here I go! Go! One, do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops! They really made us work for that one.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Now you see what I can do!
Eternal
Reflexes will not serve
Come
you
on,
well.
come on! You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Swarm! Crush! You're mine!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And the pummeling to me! Mark with black and gray! Execution!
Now!
Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes! A merry distraction.
There's still more to go!
Eternal devastation!
Watch and bleed!
Dragon Swarm! Eternal devastation!
Sleep now. Mega Ray! More for the stockpile!
Dragon Swarm!
Champion Swirl! Alright, it's time!
It's on! Ignite!
Mega Ray! Annihilation!
Armor won't save
Hear
you!
me! Flame of Fury!
Is that a healing art? It is.
Glacial Spear!
I can't
Pierce
ignore your
evil.
pain.
I'll try to be more careful.
I'm ready!
Phase Blaster!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around! Pierce evil!
Certainly not.
Freeze Denied!
Dragon Swarm!
Everlasting
Now!
shock!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Resonate with the orb!
Arctic Waterfall!
Stalagmite!
I think I'm getting stronger.
This one will be difficult to predict.
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil! Freeze Laser! Fire complete focus!
Dragon
You
Swarm!
head! Bronze and red! What's not even fair? I never miss! You got company!
Take this!
Eternal Devastation! Ignite!
Dance to the wind!
breathe.
Spear thrust!
I'm ready!
Kisara frozen!
Hammer!
I'll fix you up! Dance in the wind! Sleep now!
I don't even know
the
word defeat.
Into the shadows!
Stalagmite! I can carve through armor! Green face!
Wind Astral Energy!
Eternal Devastation!
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better. Here I come!
Champion! It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Xeon! Astral Energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory!
In a bind!
Mega Ray!
Dragon Swarm!
Mega Ray!
Not today!
Dance in the wind! Sleep
Dragon Swarm!
There you go! Don't let up! Lightning descend! Let me help! Thunder Blade!
It's
One
over!
more time!
Eternal Devastation!
I need something.
You need to be healed!
How the mighty have fallen.
Lightning Orb! Lightning descend! Thunder Blade! I'm illuminated! Ready to land! Holy
I
Wrath!
can carve through armor! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
If it's in the sky, it's mine! Photon Flash! Raging Cascade! Lunar Corruption!
Eternal
Breath!
Devastation!
Another incantation brewing.
Dragon Swarm! Burn!
Freeze Blast! Ready to go!
Dragon denied!
Get up! It looks like you got this one covered!
You're mine!
Annihilation!
Captivity!
Dragon Swarm!
I'm out of ammo!
Catapult!
Art expert
You're
coming
mine!
through! Healing circuit!
Strike!
What would I do
No
without
further.
you? Blow!
Dragon Swarm!
I'm sorry to trouble you.
What would I do without you? Crazy
Anything in
storm!
armor!
I'll figure it out!
You!
Hold nothing back!
Resonate with the
Eternal
earth!
Devastation! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
The
Twist
flames
on!
roar!
Ha! Burn in hell!
Magic is
Dragon
everything!
Swarm!
In here! Blood here!
They smite with blackened blade!
Let
You're
the
mine!
marksman handle this! Up and
Execution! Finish! Dragon
in!
Swarm!
In here! Into the shadows! Get on!
Take this!
Together!
Can't get out of this!
Lightning!
Strike!
Downfall!
Dragon
Now!
Swarm! Doubly! In an instant! Impact Block! We're a pretty lethal combination, aren't we?
What can I say? I had a good partner. My work. This must be the work of Providence.
Provo what now?
It means destiny. I think it's a bit of an exaggeration, though.
Great, now I'm hurt and dirty.
some! This one's tough! Dragon! Crush! Try harder!
I think I'll pass on
Another
the
incantation ruined.
Not today!
Is that a healing art? It is. I can't ignore your pain. I'll try to be more careful.
I owe you one!
Here's a healing outstanding form.
Dragon Swarm! Try harder! Dragon Swarm!
Now or never. Can't get out of this!
Dragon Swarm!
That'll bring you down.
Dragon Swarm!
They smite with blackened blade!
It's on!
Evil.
Ignite!
Execute.
Crush!
I'll smash you!
Dragon Swarm!
It looks like you got this one covered.
Try harder!
Can't get out of this!
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara.
Dragon Swarm! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing art. First aid.
Now I can let loose. Dragon Swarm! Eternal Devastation! Try harder!
Hold on to your art.
Dragon
Here
Swarm!
it comes.
Ha! You picked the wrong fight!
Does it hurt?
Dragon Swarm! Wrapped up!
Illuminate the
A
darkness.
thrilling performance.
On your knees. Holy Lance.
Air pressure!
Require complete focus. Here, do
You're
it.
mine! Chill!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
These bad guys really don't mess around.
These structures don't look like anything built by the Renans, or even what we saw in the Forbidden Zone.
Perhaps this is the true architectural style of the Helganquil. Or perhaps the opposite, given their situation.
You mean like how some places favor building stuff with stone, while others rely on wood?
That's an interesting way of looking at it. I'll have to inquire with Hevrect 35 about it sometime.
This one's tough!
Where are you going?
I can't heal you forever.
Denied! Dragon Swarm! Come one, come all!
Take this!
Eternal Devastation! It's on! Eat dirt!
Now,
River!
astral energy.
Say no more! Got it!
Well done.
Dragon Swarm!
Annihilate.
I'm ready!
Lost. Get toasty.
Burn strike!
All disasters made one. Lunar corruption.
Dragon Swarm!
Now,
By the power of water! I need to be stronger. Those thorns.
I'm not letting them get in our way!
I found some equipment.
Let me take a look at it.
This one will be difficult to predict.
Now you see what I can do!
Double Demon Fang! It can hide itself? Amazing!
all disasters made one.
Demon Dragon Swarm! Here I come!
Healing from
Eternal Devastation!
Shall not be forgotten.
can't get out of this!
Eternal Devastation! Pierce evil!
Dragon Swarm!
Freeze Lancer! Shining Supernova! Raging Cascade!
Eternal Devastation!
Can you take it? Ready and raring! I can carve through armor!
Raging Cascade!
Dragon
Correction! Power of water!
Ignite!
Shake from the wind!
Eternal Devastation!
A thrilling performance.
You're mine! I'm not done!
Up and at 'em! Let's go!
Eternal Devastation! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help!
Take this!
Dragon Swarm! This is bad, right?
Yes, Alvin! Very bad!
I don't feel so good.
Dragon Swarm!
Leave the enemy's arc to me!
Eternal Devastation!
No complaints here!
Ready to go!
Can't take much more.
Here!
I can carve through armor!
You picked the wrong fight!
I'm all set! Artist, coming through! Here's a healing arc!
I'm ready!
Johalim!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
We may be a touch beyond our depth.
We barely got a look at the thing. I have a bad feeling about this. You do the same for me. Fall into thine! I'll heal you all! Concentration! Healing circle! Dragon Swarm! Sleep now!
You require a hat.
Eternal Devastation! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Come one, come all!
Hear me! Flame! Now!
Kisara! Commander of Heavens!
Phoenix Cyclone! This fight! One more! Searing Flame!
Dragon Swarm!
Tempest! Do it! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! Far enough! Anything in armor is all mine!
Luna now! Astral Energy!
Say no more!
So I still had room to grow.
It is... None of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need
What I
healing.
can do!
Glacial Spear.
Try harder.
Here's evil.
Dragon Swarm! Time to cross blade!
Another incantation ruined.
Dragon Swarm!
Our expert coming through.
Reflecting sight.
One more.
Eternal Devastation! Dragon Swarm!
Take this! In a bind!
Eternal Devastation!
Fluidity of your movements is simply incredible.
Dragon
I
Swarm!
can't heal you forever.
Dragon Swarm!
Radiant Flood! Raging Cascade! Outstanding form!
Armor won't save you!
Denied! Glacial Barrier! Here's evil! Banana Tree Cleanser!
I'll stop it, being interrupted!
Thanks, Kisara!
Dragon Swarm!
Eagle Here! Damn it!
Dragon Swarm!
Amazing.
Lightning Orb! Annihilation! Dance in the wind!
In a bind?
Dragon Swarm!
Light Astral Bloodline! Here!
Not today!
More for the top
No
side!
dawn
Eternal
shall break this
Devastation!
night.
Illuminate ready!
Dragon
Clear
Swarm!
dry!
Need to pull myself together. It looks like you got this one covered.
Shattering pieces! Attack time!
Annihilation! Sword! Flame of Fury! Burning Strike! Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Searing Steel! Lightning Condemned!
Dragon
Sky
Swarm!
is mine! Illuminate
Try
magic
harder!
condemned!
Can't get out of this!
Dragon Swarm!
Holy Land! Do it! Neon! Astral Energy! Full throttle! Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Not today!
Denied! Glacial Spear now working.
Eternal Damage! Dragon Swarm!
Rending you apart!
Bloody Do it! Law! Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang! Reflect on thy still. Anything in order is all mine!
Dragon Swarm!
Burning Strike! The Glacial Spear! Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Purge Malevolence! And again!
Devastation!
Hold on to your hand! Here I come!
Dragon Swarm! I'm ready! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
With this, I can become even stronger.
Brace yourselves! This one's tough! Not today! Dragon Swarm!
In a bind?
Try harder!
Dragon Leave the targets to me! I can carve through one with blackened
Dragon Swarm! Eternal Devastation! I've been hit with something!
So even a masochist has
Ignite!
his limits.
No, Dragon Swarm!
Can't get out of this!
Glacial Spear!
Thrilling performance.
Eagle Ray!
Eternal Devastation! You're fit! Try harder! Ah! Dragon Swarm! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Don't mind if I do.
Will this help? It's go time!
Light Astral
Armor won't
Energy!
save you!
Raging Cascade!
Glacial Spear! Dragon Swarm!
The enemy wields art too.
We'll soon see about that.
Shine! Radiant light! Burst of regeneration!
Okay, here we go.
Now or never.
Dragon
In a bind?
And again. Mega Ray! Thunder Field! Annihilation! Purge Malevolence! On stage one! It looks like you got this one covered. This one's mine.
Demon Lash!
So
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop you.
Rage.
Resonate
with the Dragon
Waterfall! In here!
Now you see what I can do! I'm ready! Hey! Blow them away!
I have a bad feeling about this.
I can handle it.
Use too much.
Thanks for the healing.
Watch yourself, okay?
Yeah, you too.
Eternal devastation! No further!
Hear me! Flame of fury!
Dragon
Radiant storm! Hold on to your art. Here I come!
Take this! Come on!
Glacial
Dragon Swarm! Not today!
Hope this works! Freeze Lancer!
Dragon Swarm!
Outstanding form!
Okay, here I go to be seen!
Radiant Strike!
Now you see what I can do!
Dragon Form! Freeze Lancer!
Elusive deity! Eternal devastation!
I never miss!
Soaring blast! Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm! Eternal devastation! Dragon Swarm! This one's all mine! Burn!
Magic is in! First aid!
I don't know what I have to lose out here.
Perhaps
Well, looks like you got this one covered!
Can't get out of this! Dragon Swarm!
Freeze Lancer!
On your knees! It's go time!
Corruption!
Armor won't save you!
Radiant
Dragon
Storm!
Swarm! Resonate with the earth!
Annihilation!
On your knees!
So weak.
Quit pushing yourself and get behind us!
I'll be right as rain in no time.
Eternal devastation! Dragon
Holy
Swarm!
Quiver! Holy Land! I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar!
Do it, Thor! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I felt better, that's for sure. Looks like some solid equipment.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Dragon Swarm! A wall to shield from calamity! Barrier!
This one's mine!
Eternal devastation!
See anyone?
Now I can let loose! It's go time! Armor won't save you!
Denied!
Dragon Swarm! You picked the wrong fight! Eternal devastation!
Hear me! Flame of fury!
Dragon Swarm!
Glacial Radiant! Here's evil!
Take this! Here I come! In a bind? Eternal devastation!
Lightning condemned! Thunder Blade! Mag, hold on to your arm. Here I come! Reload!
Captivity! Dragon Swarm!
Wind astral energy!
Elusive deity!
In here!
Rotating pile driver!
I'll be saving this one!
Escape! Tornado drive! I can carve through armor!
Now for something special!
On your knees! This one's all mine! Burn!
Here's a healing swirl!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Energy! Blah, 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 magic! That'll bring you down! In here!
No further!
More for the stockpile! Corruption!
Dragon Swarm!
Banana, let's go!
On your
Ice Prison! Seven Eye Hold on to your arm! Here I come!
Dragon
Swarm!
Shattering the pieces!
Holy Quiver! Holy Wrath! Here, let me have
Burn!
I think I'm coming down to something great.
A chronic inability to read the room?
A malady your art cannot fix.
Double Demon Fang! Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno!
Shine! Radiant light!
Do it! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
I can feel my precision improving.
That's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
This won't be easy.
In a
Don't be
bind!
such a pessimist.
Now, try harder!
Leave the charges to me! Resonate with the earth!
These things really get on my nerves. Hey, they're surrounding us!
Blind freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done. Magic is there! Lightning!
Internal devastation! Dragon Swarm! Eat dirt!
Do it!
Holy! Hey! Throw them away!
I'll heal you all!
Now you see what I can do! Dragon
With
Swarm!
natural energy! Raging cascade!
Mirage! Dragon Swarm! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you! Dragon Swarm!
Rending you apart!
Will this help? Eat dirt!
Dragon
Let
Swarm!
it bring you down!
Not today!
Glacial
Dragon
Spear!
Swarm!
Here's evil!
Shine! Radiant light!
Radiant
Regeneration!
Fire!
I'm ready!
Lord, I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
Raging Tornado!
Dragon Swarm!
Soaring blast!
Eat dirt!
Eagle Wave!
Eternal devastation!
This!
Dragon Swarm!
Will this help?
Everlasting darkness!
I owe you so much, Rinwell.
Maybe my arts do have a place in this world.
Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno!
Lightning! Lightning Storm!
I'll flex on that sting! They smite!
Dragon Swarm! Try harder!
Benediction light!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Dragon Swarm!
Everlasting shock! Tornado drive!
Eternal devastation!
Thrilling performance.
Hold on to your arc. Here I
Blinding
come!
to dust!
Dragon Swarm!
Raging
Can't
cascade!
get out of this!
Where are you going?
Nothing gets by me!
Waterfall! Damn it! I'm in here!
Can you take it? Now you
Annihilation!
see what I can do! Dating pile driver!
Here's
Everlasting shock!
The fluidity of your
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action! A merry distraction!
There's still more to go!
Not today!
Negative gate! Resonate with the
Eternal
earth!
devastation!
Here's evil!
Dragon Swarm! I'm ready!
Leon, astral energy! Full throttle!
So I still had room to grow.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Come one, come all!
Here I go!
Shield from calamity!
Here I go!
Eternal devastation!
Magic Bam! Here's a healing arc! Hope this works! I can't hold on much longer! Raging cascade!
Eternal devastation!
Take this! I'll face you! Nothing gets by
I'm
me.
ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Eternal Devastation!
Thank you for the healing, Dohane.
Our comrades need our ability to survive.
Dragon Swarm!
No one is dying on our watch.
I never miss. Lightning condense. Thunderblade. Illuminate the dark. Magic
Eternal
is out.
Devastation!
Holy Land.
Dragon Swarm!
Healing circle. Lightning.
Dragon Swarm! Eternal Devastation!
Glacial Spear.
Dragon Swarm! You're mine!
Lightning.
Eternal Devastation!
Captivity.
Strike! Prepare to be seized! Can't move!
Don't give up.
No further.
Reload.
I can carve through armor. Tempest.
Searing flame. Reload.
Leave the charges to me.
Card.
Far enough.
Hear me. Flame of fury. Burning. Thunder. Holy Land.
Here, let me help.
Being interrupted.
Here
Dragon Swarm!
Not on my watch.
Everlasting.
Light after
Negative
the sky is
gate.
mine.
Catapult. This one's all mine.
Raging
Shine. Radiant light. Pulse of regeneration.
Take that.
Dragon Swarm!
Annihilation. Lightning.
Dragon
Allow
Swarm!
me to help you.
Light
The
after
fluidity of your movement is simply incredible.
I don't feel like my usual self. Are you all right? Let me handle this one. So sorry to disappoint you.
In a vine.
Crush! Dragon Swarm!
Shine. Radiant light. Pulse of regeneration.
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
You must be tired of killing me. I'm merely doing what I can. Glad grown up.
Dragon Swarm!
I may have bit off more than I could chew.
Hold nothing back! Dragon Swarm! I'm ready! Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
How much longer will our healing arts last?